So it's been a while since I even made a video, but I was on the F100 project and it just seemingly disappeared. It will be back. It will be back. I've been driving it around, enjoying it, having fun in it. I'm running it NA right now, just kind of through its break-in period because it is a brand new motor. And I ordered a whole bunch of goodies for it because I'm going to be changing a few things around. But I'll show you that here soon. What we are working on is a friend of mine's 69 Dart. We're going to be doing wheel tub extensions in the back, widening the wheel tubs. We're going to be moving the leaf springs in. And we've also got a little kit to do like a fender notch on the inside driver's side fender. That being said, I don't think it's going to be a crazy job. Might be a little nerve-wracking, realistically, because the car is so nice. But he's got to have a small area in the roof fixed that you can't really even see on camera. But the headliner guy accidentally ran the dome light screws up into the ceiling, so that caused an issue on the roof. So yeah, can't really see it. Maybe a little bit right there. You see the wave in it, but yeah. So gonna be working on it. Maybe show a few pictures and whatnot along the way. So stick around. All right, we got the Dart up on the lift. Got our tripods underneath of it, and we've got all of our. Let me see here. Let me grab my light. Got all the spot welds. Had a little spot back here where it was already rusty. So I cut that out. And I'm not using this flange again. I just wanted to go ahead and get it cut out. But got drilled out all the way through. Got it cut along the seam all the way around. When I get in there and get the trunk brace unspot welded, and then I'll be able to pull that inner fender out and start sort of looking at the new pieces, how they're going to go in, and probably going to sort of see how this side goes together before I go jumping. Before I go jumping on the other side, I want to know exactly how this side goes together, because if there's a way I can cut the other side out better, then that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so we're testing the piece. Here are the pieces they send us to widen these original fenders. I have to say they fit really nice. I've got to go back and smoothen this up, but I'm going to utilize this original lip here. And I'm going to overlap like so. And then I'm going to end up coming in and I'm going to plug weld from the top. And then I'm going to come in the bottom and do, little inch and a half beads all the way around. And it'll all get seam sealed when it goes back to the body shop. But that is the plan so far. May have to... It's going to need a little bit of body work. I need to clean up some of this. This is going to end up being cut, I would say, up here. Maybe not, though. I might try to keep this lip and lay it back against the frame rail. Once I cut the lip out of the way, and once I cut a little bit of the floor out of the way to lay this back in there, I may try to keep this to where it comes down past the floor and I can weld it against the frame rail. I would really prefer to do that, and then I can come on the inside and do the same. Some little 1-inch beads. If this thing goes pushing some power like he says it's going to, then I don't want welds ripping apart and things like that. But took it out in a pretty traditional sense. Just took the panel out as it was put in. That way, no flanges were cut off prematurely. The trunk mount is still there. It's got to come off. It's a 2-piece. So it comes up and then spot welds up here. So I'll pull it off, try to save it for him. Just in case. I don't know how rare little parts like that are. If somebody was converting one of these from a daily back to an original, that'd probably be a pretty hard piece to find. Or from a drag car back to an original car, that piece probably wouldn't be very easy to acquire. So I'm Gonna have to move this brake line. There's a seat mount. That's gonna have to be changed, or a seat bolt hole. That's gonna have to be changed. Let me think here. Like I said, I'm going to attach it to the fender first, and then sort of place it back in the car, and then I'll have a trace line up here, and that'll sort of give me an idea. I'll drill through it in a couple of spots, and I'll be able to get an idea as to, because, you know, this line's not going to change. This is going to move straight out, but then obviously it'll be coming back into here, and the floor dips and dives a little bit, so just have to see. I didn't have to undo the brace. I was able to just clearance there, and I cut pretty much flat all the way up against the side of the car, so I won't have to do anything more than clean that flange up a little bit, and I'll be able to weld right back to it. So I'm going to go ahead and play with this a little more, but then I want both of them out tonight at least and cleaned up. That way tomorrow it's just a matter of cleaning up these areas, getting them sort of welded and tacked back in place. I'd love to have it done by tomorrow evening. See how that goes though. I'm kind of slow. All right, so this is it for this one for today. I got to hop on another project here for a little bit, but you know, not bad. This is the, let me get the name right, USCT Motorsports. They're not bad. They fit pretty good. They're a pretty heavy gauge, which is nice. They've got a pretty thick flange, so there's going to be a little bit of a gap between the two pieces. I'll just have to make sure to get it clamped good and tight on the top. It's going to be seam sealed and stuff, but it fits pretty good along that radius there. I think where the radius disappears, I'm probably going to have to cut the lip off the fender so that they set even. I imagine that's how it's going to be. I might put a tack, you know, maybe 3 or 4 tacks on this whole thing a piece, and then try to fit them back into the car before I go cutting or trimming anything, just because, I mean, that's just the safest bet. But yep, they're both out, so I'll get that old trunk bracket off of those tomorrow. Here's the new pieces that go on, I think like so. So I'll get some holes punched in those, get it all cleaned up tomorrow, and start putting it all back in. Not bad. Not bad for just a few hours worth of work, trying to really be careful and not hurt the car, so pretty happy.